Icon Radio.
What up, guys? Welcome to The Stitch with Hitch and Sandra on Icon Radio. Hey, Hitch, that mix was on fire, though. You've started with a lot of steam.
Cheers, cheers.
Is it because curfew has been lifted? You're motivating guys mapema in the evening.
That's like 99% of my reasons.
It's all the joy. Yeah. But actually, it was a really rough time for you guys as DJs, huh? Hey! And then to convince Kenyans to go back to partying during the day, it's something they've never done. I'm just like, but congratulations, you guys. You changed the industry, kidogo there. Yeah. You changed the culture, the turn-up culture there in the 254 for a minute.
What up?
Now, I have a story I want to discuss. It might be sensitive because you're a dude. So I want you to know your perspective actually on it.
Shoot.
This wahala that happened this week of these Ndichu brothers. So let me tell you actually what I don't know if you know the full story, but let me share what the actual story is, especially for guys who are not in the 254. Basically, these two guys, I think one, if I'm not mistaken, was married to Janet Mbugwa, the other one to Soarina. Yeah. They've got, then Waliachana, whatever. So these guys, they started a new tech company. The investment, I believe, is 280 million, or is it 28 million from some Chinese guys. Yeah. Everything, like, it's going well. Like, they're about to live their best rich lives. Yeah. Soft life for real. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then they're at Ole Sereni, Sherehe. They see one of them sees a Kachile who's trying to holler at this girl. This girl is with her boyfriend. So she's like, bruh, hey, listen, I'm taken. I'm not interested. Leave me alone. This guy catches such a feeling because she turned him down. He starts a fight. Mm-hmm. So the boyfriend, obviously has to intervene. How are you starting to try and fight my girlfriend? And she has told you she doesn't want, she's got a man, like, what's up? This fight becomes so, like, hectic. They make it down to the reception. They're beating up the girls. Now the two brothers have engaged. Now they're trying to chapa this girl and her friend on top of beating the boyfriend. One of the brothers starts breaking the side mirror of the boyfriend's car that was parked just up at reception because, they were doing that thing of, let's harakisha with chomoka. Whatever is happening with these two brothers, we don't know. All this has been caught on camera. So somebody posted it, obviously, as usual, when I told you students of Edgar Bare, they spread it like wildfire. Started even attacking the company that these guys are investing in or that they're starting up, this startup that they've got going on. It's now gotten so bad that the startup has pulled out. They've said we don't condone this kind of stuff. Everyone online, including artists that I saw, Watukaki and BN and everyone were like, we don't support gender-based violence. My guy, as a dude, if a Chile tells you I don't want, why, just from my boy perspective, why would anyone then, the reaction be to start attacking that girl?
Hey, manze, to catch feelings the wrong way.
But what I don't understand is, like, my bigger like, thought process is, okay, so you do this, you attack this girl, and what was the plan? Like, after you, like, hurt her or injure her enough, like, because it can escalate. I'm like, were you then going to rape her there after? Like, were you just going to beat her up and leave her, like, if she didn't have, like, a support system for that day? Like, what was the plan? You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And also, okay, this is a kidogo awkward sidebar. They're hot. Like, they're really hot guys. So it's not like getting chiles is hard. Yeah. So I can't understand, honestly, why this one particular one, it's like they've never been rejected before.
Yeah,
unajua, it's like akiomba anapatiwa, so it's like they couldn't understand how this Chile is saying no. But also I'm like, hey, even Drake has been shut down several times, I'm sure. We're here in his Matu songs. The songs where he's catching feelings, we know it's because the Chile said no. Well, that escalated quickly. But why? No, I refuse to accept that that's a reality for Drake. I've refused. No?
It is.
No.
She shared a screenshot of the inbox, the DM.
But that's somebody holding. Oh, it's the Chile who shared the screenshot?
Yeah.
Oh, hold up.
Drake holding.
You guys are tainting my image. He's supposed to be my next baby daddy.
Watch her.
That was my focus in life. I'm trying to make it to LA.
I don't see the name of the girl.
Hey, okay, that's my competition. But anyway, moral of the story is, or rather what I'm feeling, I'm just so disappointed in these guys because you just imagine you've lost all that tunes, a deal that was going to change your life. You were supposed to help, even for the people who they were going to employ and all that. That's job's gone, if you're too, because of a stupid decision of a booze. I don't know, like, But this thing of just not accepting, even sometimes, but I can't lie, there are some girls also who don't take no for an answer. Kwanza, you as a DJ, you're just over there mixing. A Chile comes and requests a song. She's there just staring at you with, big eyes. If your mama is over there, she doesn't even care. It happens all the time, but it really shouldn't get to the point of physically beating anybody. That's just taking, like, if somebody has said no, they've said no. It's just easier to just accept that shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point in taking it too far, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. Maybe, I don't know. It's just awkward. Because now I can't even imagine. Then they have daughters. So in my head, I'm like, bruh, in 10 years' time, if somebody did that to your kid, would you be okay with it? Of course not. So why would you do it to somebody else's child?
Yeah, that's beef.
You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, I have a daughter. Hey, I will deliver your body to the police station and be like, so nilimua, even though alifanya, munieke to your women's prison, niko ready. There's no even discussion after that. It's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
It's really crazy.
Yes.
So, what are we doing next? Actually, there's a request that's coming in.
Yes.
Somebody wants you to switch it up kidogo. Anataka kusikia... Yeah, naingia zone ya Thursday evening. You know, Thursday is the new Friday, as per what I've been told in the Kenyan industry. Yes. So he's like, hey, can we start with some, like, because now you said, he's feeling the hip hop and he wants an old school hip hop set. I think he's a Mbaba. Anajipangia hapo. Alright.
Icon Radio.
Can I just say, Chingy was actually, I think, one of my first crushes. Okay, no, I lie. Backstreet Boys and stuff, that was standard. But, like, as, like, a rapper person, I used to be like, this guy, though. And then, he came with his own language. I was like, man. No, he was vibes. But that mix was,
Jeans.
Even you. What are those jeans called? Fubu. See, they used to be called Fubu that you guys used to rock Kenda Jam Session.
Fubu, Sean Jones, G05.
There was another one. Was it Rockefeller? See, there used to be Rockefeller jeans as well with the kaka t-shirt, a white t-shirt written in red.
Hizo zilikuwa zita Dumuzas. Hizo zilikuwa zina shine.
See, Nini, what was the other one from back in the day? Savco.
No cosign by the way.
Anyway, that was a really, really dope mix, but that was good vibes. I think everyone out there has had a really good time with that one. Now, a very interesting thing has happened. So Lil Nas has officially been given a day in Atlanta. Yes, there's a Lil Nas Day. So, I don't know, I know currently globally there's this like epic movement for LGBTQ plus community. And I think Lil Nas coming out, as a gay rapper so openly and, like breaking barriers and being so successful in it. You know what I mean? Like, he came out and everyone was like, this guy, because he's gay, he's not going to make it. And then he goes, wins Grammys, CG what. So he was like, my sexuality doesn't really determine my talent. You get what I mean? Yeah. So that was a win. And I feel like, and maybe it's just because of social media and because we're all in quarantine, so everything was online anyway. I feel like slowly, even here in Kenya, a lot of, we've been exposed more. Like, you're less scared or less hostile when you see a gay couple, whether it's, 2 men, 2 women, trans or whatever. You're less inclined to think violence and, let's go to the police like before. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know, especially you, like DJing, being in entertainment in the capacity that you're in, when you're out like in clubs and stuff. Yeah. And isn't it more? Do you see it more now here in this country?
Yeah, I do.
Than you did before.
I've even played at a few, just one of those parties.
What do you mean? Why are you still being secretive about it? You mean you played at LGBTQ plus events?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And do you understand? And I feel like I'm so glad that this is going to sound a bit controversial. I'm glad for quarantine because it's forced people to now get online, which is the gateway to everything outside of our borders.
Yeah.
So it's trained and helped people understand that this is not something that you can catch like a flu or like corona. It's not a homa. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's somebody's personal like life and and who they choose to love and whatever, and it doesn't affect you if that's not what you're about. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it has helped us so much in this country. And thank God for that, because I have a lot of like gay friends, and it was so sad for me that you want to hang out with someone, they're like, nah, me, I can't come there because there's a possibility some tweet somewhere are going to like attack me. And it's so nice now to be able to hang out with friends anywhere, and you're not panicked about people reacting negatively. And even for you guys as veterans in this industry, it's good that you're willing to take on those kind of jobs with no judgment. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, you're helping, and also it's money. You know what I mean?
That's
like, because Kiro Safi, at the end of the day, it's a bag. As long as you're getting your chums, you go play your music and go home. Sindio?
Yeah.
Anyway, so congratulations to Lil Nas, like as a flag bearer just in that community, as a dope artist, somebody who's killing it, like he's really siding us people out here in the dark continent, aka the third world, aka Africa. Thank you, my guy. Right, so I'm just seeing actually, no, let me ask you this. Let me start this with this segue. What was your favorite thing about lockdown?
Work.
Huh?
I was.
To be fair, I was hoping for a very different answer.
I was still working. I was still DJing.
That was your favorite thing about COVID?
It was a kind of a distraction.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to say Club COVID, Extendella. You see that giggle because you know that was a thing. That was one of the highlights in Kenya during lockdown, right?
Yeah.
So surprisingly, for a guy who started there and doing just the most with Club COVID, etc., he's now a new dad. Like, let me tell you, life will humble you because you'll start on some crazy, just doing the most. I don't know. Because you remember those videos, like girls were, pouring milk and unga on themselves. I think it was too much. And then now that guy who started this whole trend is now a dad and responsible and has to teach this child that these things are not, it's not good behavior. Like, hey, God will humble you real quick. He will humble you real quick. So in like speaking of like socialites and because in my mind Extendella is a socialite as much as he tried to run for politics and Kachoma, he's still a socialite in my opinion. Because I can't. Why is Extendella famous, by the way? I'm genuinely asking this. I don't understand. I can't remember. See, it started with just being controversial also. Then also Vera Siddiqa has also had her baby.
Yeah.
Right. Why is that?
Should be interesting.
Why?
I'm waiting to.
Me, I want to see that. Me, from all the comments I'm seeing online, everyone is interested in what skin color the baby is, the skin tone. Everyone has been saying, see, I post mkono ya mtoto, I post tu mkono. And I'm like, why are people like this? I'm like, guys. Anyways, so she's had a baby now. So I think she's broken the chain of the reputation of socialites, female ones that is specifically in this country. Because now, can people really judge her anymore for like, her job? And by job, I've literally put it in quotes because there's a gray area there as to what the actual job is. However, can we really judge her now, like being a mom? There's always that rule. And I don't know, okay, I guess it's, anyone becomes a mom, there's a level of respect that now comes based on that title. Yeah. So you can't really talk recklessly, or like people can't really talk recklessly to her the way they always did, because now she has this new title there, Mama Nani, Yeah. So you can't just come at her left. I'm actually very curious to see. I'm actually curious because has there been anyone like in that limelight who's had... The Kardashians did it and everyone started being respectable. Kim Kardashian had a whole sex tape, and guys, the minute she had the baby, they stopped at bringing out the sex tape. The only person who's bringing it up was Reggie himself. And we don't really subscribe to that, let's be fair. Interesting. So anyway, yes. So our socialites are having babies. I guess Huda is next. Let's hope that goes well for her also, if that's in her plans. We wonder. Yeah, it's a good day for babies. It's a good day for baby. It's a good week for babies being born. For people who need to be humbled and reminded of the realities of life kidogo.
Yule alisema at least hiyo kafi ilifanya watu got to multiply.
Do we really need to multiply in this nation? Already feeding yourself is a crisis because of the state of the government. Yeah. Do you really want to add another where the struggle is real? Yeah. Because I even remembered when lockdown started and kids were sent home. I think parents were the happiest for 1 year, not stressing about school fees, uniforms, CG PE kit, CG school books, because it was like you just stay home. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Now, I need to have a question for you, because there's a weird thing that has happened this week. I don't know if I can call it weird. Can I? Icon Radio. Alrighty, welcome back to Stitch with Sandra and Hitch on Icon Radio. That's Icon Radio on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. And if you need to go on the website, that is www.iconradio.co.ke. Hey, Hitch, that mix was, we're entering the party's zone. Okay, I'm hyped. Like those are Kwanza the last Kagwe song, Mabongi ya Madenge. That song is such vibes. Like you hear it, it doesn't matter what's happening with you. Like you're just ready to be like, let's just go and have a turn up. There's no point in sitting in the office. Like it's lit. It's lit. At a short o'clock. People can read that differently. It depends on kind of shots. But that's just me personally. Moving on swiftly. Pole. Yes. Now there's a thing I wanted to discuss earlier on.
Yes.
We've been seeing in the last I'm going to say 4 months. I didn't know about it before. This thing of character development. Sasa, you see, when it started, I don't think I knitted what guys were talking about. Until it was, the Wahalas that is dating in Nairobi. Post Ben Sol releasing his song Nairobi that everybody is sharing everybody. Hitch, what is your craziest character development story in a relationship? Do you have one? Ama, were you actually the question I should ask is, are you the one who inflicted the character development? Ama, it happened to you?
Hey, man, I've been in a lot of relationships, yani.
That's another code for saying something else, though. You have been in a lot of relationships. A one-night stand is not a relationship. I beg. What? No, I'm serious, man. I want to know what's your craziest story.
Let's hear yours first.
Him. Okay,
Nikichagua ni gani?
Ukifikiria. Me, I was dating someone. Going on almost a year. And there's a chick friend who I then was told was the cousin. For the longest time, I knew this was his cousin. So one night, even we'd gone out clubbing, she was in my car, nimepeleka mtu, different to clubs, dropped her home, all this stuff. Only to later find out during the announcement of their relationship on Twitter that they're together, and there is a potential of marriage. Now they're married 2 kids later. But me, I knew the entire time this was his cousin. So, beef. I can't even say it was beef, because, it's one of those things you find out. And I'm finding out when I'm in his house with his other 2 best friends. Is when I'm finding out that actually they're together. That's a relationship. They've been dating for 6 months. Mimi. And I've known her as the cousin. So when I tell you this character development business didn't start today or in this year, it's been happening. It's just that now guys are talking about it more of experiences. But somebody did that to me. Let me tell you, since that day, I can't even lie to you that I don't even think I've been in a solid relationship since. Coming to think about it. Because I was traumatized. I was like, what do you mean? I used to carry that mama in my car taking her out, at I don't know, my M-Pesa is not working. It's okay, let me cover the bill. I got you. Kumbe, it's my boyfriend's girlfriend. Lakini you niggas. Hey, ata mnanga ibu. Hamna. And somebody will even, it even went as far as, like it called me on a Friday and be like, can you go pick up my cousin? Because we have not left Jobo yet. We'll meet at my digs. And I will literally go and pick her up. Anyway, the moral of the story is I learned properly.
One of those.
Na wewe?
Hey.
Hitch, let me tell you, I know the reason why you don't want to say is because you're the one who did it to someone. And the next thing that's going to happen is utapata text number 2. See, that's why I'm laughing. But even in light of that, by the time Ben Soul released the song, Nairobi, and it became, in this hashtag of Kanairo also, I'm like, you guys, I don't know what's happening right now in the 254. It's just messy. You know what I mean? Like even when I look, even right now, if I had to go into my DMs, the number of people I was physically either at their Rurashio or wedding who are in the DMs with inappropriate messages is amazing. I'm like, why is it that it's always the married guys or the married chicks who are just out here in the streets doing the most inappropriate things? Like, why is that a thing?
Hey, marriage is, from what I hear, marriage is not easy.
Of course, it's not easy.
Yeah.
We all saw it with our folks.
Guys, I don't know why guys are taking it out on other people's guys. Or other people's
They're taking it out on other people's guys.
Yo, gumu. Yeah?
No, but me, that's...
Struggle.
But you see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like if you're going to commit and be like, I'm going to take, we're going to go and do some dowry payment in whichever we shall go, and you'll wear matching kitenge outfits, and you decide to walk down the aisle, I feel like guys need to make that decision, to make it purely, and and not to limit it just because you love this person. Because also, like, marriage for me, it has to be building of an empire, because those are two entities coming together. True. There's also, like, in my opinion, a business side of it. You know what I mean? If we're not going to build greater things being together, we have no business being together. Yeah, like, love is not the only reason why people should get married. So in my head, I keep saying, if you're not there yet, if you're not ready, you still want, if even on the eve of your wedding day, there's still a chile that you're talking to who there's a potential of, sex or something else happening. Yeah. Don't walk down the aisle. Don't do it. Don't do it to like, someone. Just get that stuff out of your system, get it out of your system, so that by the time you're going down this road, you're not wasting each other's time. Because you're wasting also your time by getting into a marriage or commitment or committed relationship when you've still got 1,001 other things on the side. You know what I mean? Because that's your unajichomea. That's extra money you're spending. You're using so much time and effort to lie. And that time and effort, you could have used it to, I don't know, jenga something of manner, but you're just ducking and, here you've got 3 phones. Ata unajipate 2 blood pressure. Like, it's just too much work. Like, if you want to be single, just be single and enjoy the single life.
Exactly. You said, malizana na hiyo stuff kwanza. Itoke
tu kwa system. And this goes to both chiles and guys. Because even there's some women out here, where you decide, yes, you said yes to this man proposing to you, but I don't know, you're kulaying his best friend on the side, CGO, his business partner. I'm like, my guy, so you would have just said no, gotten all that out of your system. When you were ready, tell the guy, okay, now I think we can be serious about this. Yeah. If he's been taken by somebody else, tough luck.
But this thing is hard, man. It's not as easy. Hey.
Umeumia, umepitia. Uko na experience ya kutosha.
Friends.
It's always, I'm asking for a friend, I'm speaking on behalf of a friend. It's never you. It's always somebody else. But also, I don't know, like, it's tough times. And I have another friend of mine who told me another day, Sandra, the reason why I'm getting into a relationship with this Chile, or like I'm committing to this Russia and everything, is because, in 5 years, I don't know if I'm going to get a Chile like her. So literally, that guy was making a lifelong decision. Not because that he's going to be committed or whatever, literally in the fear that he will not find a good mama like that again, in case she's taken with somebody, so ile avoid that she's taken with somebody else, let me take her and then just be amweke tu. Do you know that thing blew my mind because I was like, you're nuts. I'm like, and this is the person, you're putting her through all this, and this is the person you want to raise your kids. What kind of kids is she going to be raising with all this stress in her head? Monkey business. Hiyo ni monkey business. Unaambiwa na nani?
What some friends are not really friends.
Or they'll tell you something stupid like that, like you just wake up that chile chukua.
Time is bouncing, you sort.
Alafu uendelee na mambo zako hapo nje. It's just crazy. But you know what, like, okay, as a woman who's been in a relationship or been in relationships, there are instances, and I'm speaking purely, okay, this is my personal experience, but I'm speaking as a woman. There have been times where, yes, you're with somebody, because people always just assume that cheating or whatever is limited to guys, that it's only guys who do that. But I'm like, it happens for girls as well. It's happened. Me, there are times where I've just been like, what, that guy, I can really, however, I'm in a relationship. You understand? It happens to everybody. Yeah. I think it's just accepting, if you're committed to somebody, it has to be an everyday decision you're making.
Self-control.
Correct. Anyway, you're listening to Stitch with Sandra and Hitch on Icon Radio. Tupatie music, please, DJ.
Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Good vibes, Maze. Good vibes. All right. So, guys, imagine time's up. It's the top of the hour. We've got to get into something else after this. But thank you so much for tuning in to The Stitch with Hitch and Sandra on Icon Radio. As I've been telling you guys all throughout the show, get us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, on Icon Radio. If you're going to tune into the website, www.iconradio.co.ke, please keep hitting us up. The English is even struggling right now. Keep hitting us up, please, on all our socials. Want to hear from you, thoughts, like your opinions on our topics of today, what you guys would like us to address as well. I'm happy to take those on as well. Looking forward to catch up with you guys come next week. Adios.
Yeah.